Let's go, baby. What's good? Hello. Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Garnet Sports Network. We've got some number 25 ranked Swarthmore College Garnet women's soccer action here as the number 21 ranked Stevens Institute of Technology Ducks come into town here at Clothier Stadium. Jacob Brady on the call here on the Garnet Sports Network, along with Santi Caicedo. Great to have you back, Santi.
How you doing, Jacob?
Oh, I'm doing great, and I'm excited for some top 25 soccer here tonight.
Oh, so am I.
Yeah, great to be here, and we're here for the opener, the home opener, excuse me. Last week, a 7-1 win for the Swarthmore College Garnet over Eastern Connecticut State. It ended up being their first win of the season, as they had lost to TCNJ, the then number 8 ranked, now number 7 ranked team in the nation. That was a 1-0 loss on opening night. They then went on the road last weekend, took on Drew, and the Coast Guard Academy won both of those games.
She's on the wing.
And Santi expressing some excitement because Sydney Kovitz is back out on the wing for this game. We've been waiting to see this move, as she had been playing center mid for really since the end of last season when Seneca Kingurzo got hurt.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen her playing on the wing since before I think conference playoffs last year. Seneca Kingurzo, who is fantastic in center midfield, broke her leg, and Sid filled in admirably, but we were still missing that spark on the wing, and here we go.
And a quick giveaway in the middle, so Stevens trying to come forward. And little bit of a new face in the roster, at least in the home game, so you haven't seen her yet starting on the Garnet Sports Network. That's Amelia Mounts at left back. She has started the last 2 games, so some interesting roster machinations from Coach Todd Ankaitis. We saw Maddie Cairns actually starting there as the left back, so a little bit out of position for her. She's usually either a forward or a midfielder. Coach Ankaitis had her playing back, and now Mounts is in. We also, I imagine, will see Ali Sheevy in that formation. Harris trying to play in Kovitz down the wing, and there's that speed to keep it in. Crosses it back, looking for Kokenmeister at the near post, but safely into the hands of Izzy Daddario. And what a season Kim Kokenmeister is having.
Yeah, what a start. I mean, she took advantage of the opportunity she's been giving early on, and that game against Eastern Connecticut State, 4 goals, brutally efficient. Really, the whole team played extremely well that day, And Todd Ankaitis has shown himself to be very willing to experiment at times during the game. 2 center midfielders and 4 forwards because the wingers were not dropping at all. It looked like a 4-2-4. It was something out of FIFA. And as you said, Maddie Cairns, Amelia Mounts both starting at the left back position so far, which I found surprising. Last season, watching her play, Ali Sheevy played very well whenever Caroline Coates was taking a break. Or Melissa, who was left?
Melissa.
Whenever Melissa Curran was taking a break. And so Todd Ankaitis is very willing to experiment. Still had Sydney Kovitz at center mid at some points this season, but I'm glad to see her on the wing again, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, officially it is a 4-4-2 according to Coach Ankaitis at the beginning of the game, but it looks like Kovitz, especially playing pretty far forward. This ball is going to go all the way down, and Daddario plays it out of bounds, so it'll be a Garnet throw-in deep inside Stevens territory. It's interesting. It was an 11-spot drop in the national rankings for this Garnet team in spite of their lone loss coming to the number 8 ranked team in the nation. It was only 1-0 at that. Kokenmeister with the head in the box, and Swarthmore has its opener.
And Kim Kokenmeister stays hot. 6 goals on the season. She has been brilliant.
I mean, yeah, it's incredible to see 6 goals through 4 games. We're used to, I don't even think we saw those kinds of numbers out of Marin McCoy last year. I think she only scored 14 goals. I say only 14 through 21 games on the season, but Kokenmeister, at least at the moment, going at about double that pace. So Kokenmeister stays hot, finds herself in the right position at the right time once again, and there's goal number 6 for her. Pole heads it forward. She's been a new addition to the backline this season, replacing Yasmin Namazi, and she has played quite well back there. Kovitz trying to get around the edge. Stays with it, goes down. That is last touch by her, and it'll be a Ducks throw-in.
And you can just see in these first 3.5 minutes or so that the offensive play is kind of flowing through Sydney Kovitz, and that's what she brings when she's on the wing. She just is all over it. She's so dangerous anytime she touches the ball. I mean, Maddie Cairns has hardly touched it so far. And Sydney Kovitz has already had a couple crosses and the assist for Kim Kokenmeister's goal, right?
Yep. Yeah, they love to really run things down that left wing. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Pole, throwing for the Ducks. And I imagine there was perhaps within the locker room a little bit of resentment at that seeming disrespect in the coaches poll, dropping them that much in the rankings in spite of their 3-1 record, and coming out firing to start off this one. Amy Harris has it taken off her foot by Panko. Panko tied for the team lead for the Ducks with 3 goals to her name. Gabby Sad also with 3. Poke forward to Panko, trying to get around Kingurzo, but she stays true on that ball. Wiederhold into the path of Harris. Brittany Wiederhold, another player that we're going to be talking about a whole lot this season, already with 3 goals and 3 assists. Really came alive in that win over Coast Guard. Ball chip forward to Kokenmeister, trying to make the run into the box. Tries to square it back up, but too high.
Now, that was a very good ball by Maddie Cairns. Just maybe a little too strong, and I think if I were Kokenmeister in that position, I might have taken a touch and see who presented themselves more in the middle. But an ambitious effort from number 25. When she's in that kind of form, I'd probably shoot it too, though.
Garnet pressing early here against this Stevens backline, who has shown some signs of bending a little bit so far.
Yeah, some early cracks in that defensive line. You know, we've had a couple deep balls go through. Kovitz has looked particularly efficient, but here comes Sad with a heavy touch.
She did keep that in. Moser controls inside the box. Kovitz trying to get her around. It's go forward and roll out the side, throw in. And it is Garnet ball. This will be Mounts along the near sideline. Wiederhold now trying to pass it forward to Kovitz. Harris trying to get the pressure in the back. Push forward, Rosler now. Up ahead to Cairns. Kokenmeister and Wiederhold running up ahead. Cairns now into the middle. Ball is through. Leading in Kokenmeister behind, trying to get around the edge side of the box now. Kokenmeister, touch right along the end line. Rosler coming forward aggressively in the attack, but it's a taken away by the Ducks. Good ball by Moser, which will go forward to Kokenmeister. And taken away once again by Stevens. Cairns gets it back. Cairns trying to cross it, looking for a Wiederhold. That's headed back. And a foul. Give the ball back to the Ducks after that little bit of a frenetic sequence down in the far corner as it just kept going back and forth between Stevens and Swarthmore.
Yeah, so far it's been a bit more of a fast start, and obviously with the early goal, that type of fast start, but also in the fact that they're really pressing, the Garnet's not waiting for the ball to come to them. They're trying to go and get it anytime a Stevens player's touching it, and it seems like the pressure's working.
And I imagine that's one of the reasons that Coach Ankaitis loves to use so many subs. Nearly every player who is healthy has played in every game this season. So he has not been afraid, and it's possible that hurt them in that game against TCNJ. Perhaps if the starters had stayed in a little bit longer. Kokenmeister trying to lead it to herself up the sideline, but it will be touched out for a Garnet throw. But yeah, they love to get everybody into the game, and it does certainly help keep the legs fresh for the starters. Only averaging 45 minutes a game. Kokenmeister trying to pop it out wide for Kovitz. Panko plays it forward to Wanzer. Looking over the top. It's a good run from Sad. Sad coming in behind. It's her against Reyes. What a save from Chantal Reyes.
What a save from Chantal Reyes. And what a beautiful pass by the Stevens midfielder. Saad would have done well to take that shot on a bit earlier. She waited until Reyes came out, and really, I thought that was going to be a goal. The keeper took a little long to come out, and I thought that Saad was going to take her chance, but a great reach to get that one.
It was a clean run just to split the center backs in Pohl and Moser, and a beautifully placed ball over the top, but Reyes with an even better performance coming off her line. Garnet throwing down inside the attacking half. Kovitz to Kokenmeister, trying to lead forward. Cairns. Maddie Cairns with a touch, and it gets blocked. Cairns again, blocked again. Ball caroms off of Harris, headed back by Rosler. Kokenmeister plays it out wide for Cairns. She fights for position there with Shad. Garnet throwing along the far sideline. Kingurzo will take the throw. She's got a pretty strong arm.
Ooh.
And Kokenmeister called for the foul. So it'll be a Stevens free kick from inside their own box.
Now, one thing that you won't see as much from this Garnet team as what happened in the Eastern Connecticut game is when you have Maddie Cairns and Sydney Kovitz playing on the wings, there's not going to be as much of that rotation. In the Eastern Connecticut game, they played 4 natural nines as their 2 forwards and wingers, that being Lizzie King, Brittany Wiederhold, Kim Kokenmeister, and Sophia Stills, who's currently out injured. And during that game, they were just kind of weaving and taking turns playing on the outside and the inside, and it was causing a lot of trouble for that defense. But that's because they can all play that central position. With Sydney Kovitz and Maddie Cairns, although they'd probably hold their own very well, it's clearly not their natural position, and so you'll probably see a little more positional rigidity, at least from those 4 upfield.
Cassiano a little bit shaken up after that contact with Kokenmeister, so Catalina Abusada is going to come on for her. And now play will restart. Wiederhold controls the free kick, fighting for possession. Here she goes. Kovitz trying to make a run, just not quite forward enough for her. Kept in by the Garnet. Here's Mounts. Go just out of the reach of Kovitz along the near sideline.
That's something you almost never see. A pass that outruns Sydney Kovitz.
Thrown for the Ducks. Played up the sideline and kept in by Abusada with her first touch of the game. That ball will go out for a Garnet throw. Be Mounts to take it along the near side. Kingurzo off the chest. Play it back to Pole. Bad pass from her, but clears it away, at least briefly. Here's Nitty for the Ducks. Pressure from Pole in on Harris there. Good play from her. Kingurzo trying to get it forward.
Good job by Mounts to step in with the tackle.
Ball goes all the way ahead to the Stevens center back. At midfield, Taylor Shad trying to play it up the side. Way too far for anybody as it goes all the way back to Reyes. And now she'll pick up.
Despite the defensive solidity of Swarthmore College, Stevens have had a couple of decent chances so far in this one, especially that long ball to Gabby Sad. It really seems that, if anything, it'll be defensive fragility that will be their undoing today. As we've seen early on, they haven't looked as solid as they might want to be in the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very good Stevens Tech team. As we mentioned at the beginning, they're the number 21 team in the country. Suffered a 2-0 loss to Messiah, but they also tied Hopkins 2-2, and they are the number 16 team in the country. So they've done well against some tough opponents. Ball played up the sideline, looking for Kovitz from Mounts. Mounts gets it back now. And that's out of bounds off of O'Kelly. Another throw for Mounts.
And what we might be seeing today is a Swarthmore Garnet team that is almost desperate to prove that their current ranking does not reflect the talent of the team. I believe the current ranking does not reflect the talent of the team, despite the off-season losses of the highly vaunted senior class that includes Marin McCoy and Yasmin Namazi. I feel this Swarthmore College team can have a lot of success this season, especially with the strong play of some of the new freshmen who are coming in.
Ball back with Stevens. Trying to switch fields there, taken away by Karen. She hasn't taken off her foot, but Moser in position. Moser trying to go long up ahead. It'll end up at the feet of Nitty. And Kovitz with the interception, trying to get it forward to Kokenmeister. Harris was trying to pop it over the top as Wiederhold made a run in behind. Back with Budka. Stevens center back. Dangerous pass there, and Kokenmeister nearly got to that ball. Here comes O'Kelly up ahead. Abusada along the sideline. Pushed up ahead and into the path of Wanzer. Mounts is there on her. She'll send it cross field, but didn't get enough on it. Rosler heads away. Panko with the shot. Not sure if that took a deflection or was just straight over the top there. Either way, it will go high for a Garnet goal kick. See what Reyes tries to do with this ball. And Reyes has only played one complete game. Manages to almost, for a second there, got all the way to Kokenmeister, but it's pushed back. Panko now with it. Played out wide. Now cutting back towards the middle, leading in Sad. Sad trying to square it up for Wanzer. Kingurzo there to clear it out.
And it's clear that Gabi Sad is essentially Stevens Ducks. She's their best threat right now. She had that one great run, and she's playing with a lot of vision. That was a nice little pass for Wanzer, who just had run a little past the ball, but oh, that's a little bit of an error from Amelia Mounts, but she's a very quick player and just used the pace to get back. And these switches aren't quite getting to the other side of the field like the Ducks might want them to.
Pushed back that time by Stevens. Panko trying to get on it. She does into the path of Nitty. And too far ahead.
It seems like the Ducks are already chasing. You know, it's still a bit early in the game. We're only about 15 minutes into the first half, and they're already kind of frantically going for goal. I feel that that's not the right approach to take at this early stage in the game. They should probably try and slow things down and really find the right chance instead of just go for any chance.
Yeah, definitely a lot of soccer left to go here, and when you start playing desperate like that, you can lighten your chance at putting one actually on goal. Here's I believe that was Shad, actually. Trying to get around the edge.
Swarthmore dropping in deep right now. Only Kim at about the half-field line.
Ball goes forward from Kingurzo. O'Kelly has to chase it back. She'll play it all the way back to her keeper, Didario. As Kokenmeister pressured. This one settle along the far sideline.
Another deep ball.
Yeah, they're looking for Sade once again, and a good play by Moser there.
And in great effort as well to keep it out of going out for a corner.
Yeah, the tackle and then the chase. So that'll be a Stevens throw-in from O'Kelly. He's got Abusada. Headed by Kingurzo now, back to Kovitz. Here's Harris. Taken off her foot by Damrell. Wanzer trying to play in Sade. Could she have a chance? Well defended by Moser. Eleanor Moser once again getting her body in the way as Sade tried to make that run in.
Swarthmore's right now not playing as on the ball as they're used to. It feels like Stevens is almost kind of running the midfield right now, and Swarthmore's just kind of booting the ball upfield when they get it, looking for the deep ball, but they're not really playing with the patience. Neither team is really playing with much patience right now.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's usually possession is kind of area where Swarthmore can dominate a game, but they're, for the last, 5-10 minutes, haven't really been doing that as much. Rosler with possession now. That takes a deflection. Kovitz trying to run for it, but Daddario gets to it first. Passes up the head to Abusada. Good tackle by Mounts. That gets played up ahead by O'Kelly to Wanzer.
And the Garnet's lucky that Wanzer couldn't get that touch he wanted immediately because Sid Kovitz had not dropped to cover for Mounts, who had charged upfield, and there was space down the wing. But they were fortunate enough that ball didn't drop the way Wanzer wanted it to, and were able to get back in time.
This will be a corner, first of the game for either team. Be taken by Panko, who has 3 goals on the young season. Kingurzo trying to clear it out of the box. Harris gave it some help. Sent back, and Pohl now clears away.
Swarthmore struggling to get the ball out of their own box there, and they're saved a bit by the free kick called in their favor.
They just kept hitting it out, but there was always someone from Stevens standing right there. So it will be a free kick. Reyes will take it outside of her box. We're used to seeing the Garnet subs start warming up about now, but they have not yet in this game. Here's Panko now. Wanzer making the run with her. Panko takes the shot. Oh, Reyes might have been able to hold on to that one. Instead, she'll punch it off to the side, so it'll be another corner for Stevens. And we saw how poorly the Garnet cleared the ball on the last corner. If that continues to happen, it'll surely lead to a Stevens opportunity on goal, and now the Garnet subs start to warm up.
The keeper would have wanted to get a hand on that one. I think she'll be beating herself up about it for a second.
Driving header goes wide of the far post.
And that's 2 corners where the Garnet have not been the ones to get their heads on the ball. This Stevens team is a pretty large one, and they're showing their aerial dominance a bit early.
Yeah, I mean, the aerial presence from Swarthmore certainly hasn't been as impressive in this game as in the past, especially from the defense you had. You know, Namazi,
who is
Curran,
all over everything.
Right, Curran also tall. Moser's still there, but it's not quite the same.
Absolutely. And on that previous run that where Reyes made the save for the corner, we saw Amelia Mounts. She was just a bit further up than the rest of the defense, and I think it's just her kind of maybe not quite used to playing right back as much. She's usually a winger or forward with the team, so she'll have to try maybe play a little more defensive minded, because if she didn't have the pace that she has, she might have been caught out there for a dangerous through ball.
Harris controls but then misses on the touch, and Panko gets it back for Stevens, trying to lift it down the far sideline. Rosler is there with the pressure from Matthews, out of bounds, but it will be a Ducks throw, and Matthews goes quick to Sade. Back for Panko. Gets the touch around Kovitz.
Oh.
And now played in once again. The shot gets blocked.
That was not touched. That shot was just a bit of a whiff. It went through the legs of Eleanor Moser, but that's about the 3rd time today I've seen a huge gap in the middle of Swarthmore's defense, and Gabby Sade will eventually take advantage of it if it keeps happening.
Yeah, I mean, I thought with the direction that ball traveled, I thought there was no way that it wasn't touched by
I had a perfect angle. I saw it go right through Moser's legs, and it was just a bit of a shanked shot right there.
So missed opportunity there for Sade to potentially tie it up. Rosler brings her down, but cleanly. And Kingurzo tries to put it over the top.
Once again, there's that Stevens aerial prowess. It's usually something we see from Swarthmore. especially in midfield where, I mean, I think last year I almost never saw a header that Amy Harris didn't win on a goal kick.
Played in for Wanzer. Panko trying to spin back on that ball. Panko saves it, squares it up. The shot, saved by Reyes, and cleared out for a corner. So Reyes getting some early action in this one and standing tall so far.
Something you can't quite say she's used to, but she has answered the call. Panko with a nice turn there to put the cross in. And while it may not have been the hardest shot to save, it's still hard to get down that quickly. And good on Reyes to run out like that on the corner.
Cross back in and headed, but directly at Reyes.
She's going to take her time with the ball. Swarthmore's defense looking a little bit bendy as well, as we were saying about the Stevens defense, which is something we're not used to. Really.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see how they adjust as the game goes on and as we begin to approach halftime. There's 20 minutes left. I was just informed that the stream isn't showing the time right now, so I think periodically we'll just let everyone who's watching know where we are in the game.
Wanzer takes a shot. Reyes there again. So 10 shots now for the Ducks, 5 of them on target, and it's rare that you see this Garnet team get outshot. It did happen in that TCNJ game, but usually they're the ones who are just sitting on the ball more or less right outside their opponent's 18 and just taking shot after shot. Panko now with it, trying to get around Harris. Panko still with it into the box. Panko seeing if she can square this up. Back across, controlled by Reyes.
And Panko showing a good little arsenal of moves there to get past Amy Harris on the first run, but I feel like she held on to the ball too long. She might have had an earlier shot available for her before attempting that cross.
Panko standing 5'2". I'm sure that low center of gravity helps her as well. Kingurzo the ball forward. Wiederhold into the box. Wiederhold trying to cross back. Oh, deflected up into the air. Trying to cross it back into Dario's covered. Oh, and flag goes up.
And they'll call a foul. Yes, they called a foul, a free kick on Kokenmeister for fouling the keeper as she came out. No contact allowed with the keeper within the 6-yard box. So that was an immediate call. Great turn by Brittany Wiederhold on that first run. And good job by her to stay behind the last defender. But yeah, that was the first opportunity Swarthmore's had in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Kingurzo takes it away, plays into Wiederhold. Oh, what a save from Daddario again. Goalie play has been superb in this one so far.
Absolutely. And that's the second really nice run that Wiederhold has made in literally the last 45 seconds. Twice she stayed onside and just gotten her way past the defense. Now she's just got to get it past the goalie.
Ball at the feet of Sade. And an errant touch there goes to Cairns. She tries to fire it up ahead. Wiederhold trying to play it to Kovitz, too strong.
And now we have a triple substitution coming on number 12, 19, and 30. Those are Louise Gottwald, Nicole Veraja, and Anna Vidovic. Coming off are Emily Damrell, Gianna Nitty, and Bryn Budka.
So it looks like for the most part a change to the midfield. Budka center back. Here's Kokenmeister trying to win it along the wing. Plays it back to Kovitz. She was pressured there. Mounts coming forward. And they'll settle it back with Pole, the center back. Tries to drive it forward. Kingurzo looking over the top. Kovitz gets the head on. Kokenmeister trying to center back. Here's Kovitz trying to take a shot. Gets deflected. Wanzer along the near sideline. Pressure from Mount. Gets it past her, but Kingurzo is there. Kovitz now. Trying to dodge through to the inside. taken away from her.
And she just took too much time there. She did appear to have an open shot, but just tried to keep going. And nice move there by Mounts. Can't get the pass to Kokenmeister, though. Swarthmore looking a little more comfortable on the ball now. Trying to find that second goal that'll give him a little more breathing room in this one.
Here's Rosler. Gets double teamed and eventually taken away from her.
Had to get rid of the ball first, but
yeah,
she's just so quick, and what a recovery there. But
still fighting for it, yeah, with Shad out there still fighting.
Just battling, and there you go.
Yeah,
free kick called.
Wow.
That was after the initial mistake there, great job by Rosler to stick with it and win the ball back for Swarthmore.
Moser will take this free kick to get it out of the Swarthmore end. See if they can challenge for this one aerially. It looks like it's going towards Cairns. Heads it forward, but it goes off the back of Wiederhold. Played forward now, Wanzer. Cairns trying to take it away. It will go to Kokenmeister, who leads it forward for Kovitz.
She's got space.
Kovitz trying to get around, but O'Kelly stands true.
Good tackle there by O'Kelly.
Mount sitting pretty far forward once again. Wanzer switching fields for Shad. Thought that went out of bounds, but Shad with the cross too low. Pole gets her head on. Pole able to get forward for it. Cairns.
Good job avoiding the ref there.
Wiederhold trying to play it in for Kokenmeister in a foot race with O'Kelly. She'll be the first to it, but forced to play it out the side. Garnet throwing.
And I think the Garnet may have decided that they're not going to succeed if they try to play with possession. So they're looking for these long balls. They're looking for these quicker attacks. And it seems to be working at least a little bit. They haven't had more shooting success per se, but they have had more clear-cut opportunities than they had during that really kind of slow period for them where they were just all back defending.
I mean, it's the clear and the chase. Harris now on the ball. Kingurzo trying to curl it in, but didn't quite get enough on the ball for Wiederhold. Taken forward by Panko on the counter.
Good pass by Panko.
Sade coming in. Wanzer making the run along with her. Top of the box. See if they'll switch it instead to Vidovic. And a good job by Amelia Mounts defensively. Has to play it out of bounds. So it will be a Ducks throw-in, but the Garnet defense able to get their feet set. 13 minutes left to play in this first half. Garnet continuing to lead 1-0 after that opening goal from Kokenmeister in the 3rd minute.
When I saw that goal, I thought this game was going to be a bloodbath because it wasn't just a goal in the 3rd minute. It was a goal in 3 minutes where Swarthmore was doing everything right. And it's become a bit of a teeter-totter. Each team has had their strong moments. Each team has had their weak moments. I wouldn't say balanced because there's always been a team who's kind of looking on top at any given moment, but the balance of control over the game is kind of switching very frequently in this one.
Yeah, I mean, certainly in the past, you're used to when the Garnet go up so early in a game.
They'd be up like 4-0 by now.
Exactly. It just sort of piles on. But Stevens is a good enough team that they were able to fight to stay in this. Here comes Panko, and they've had a couple real good chances on goal. Panko with some nice moves, and eventually Kingurzo has to come in to clear it away. Able to get it out the touchline for a throw.
Panko showing a lot of skill in losing that first defender. Good job by Kingurzo to get back and clear that one, but we can't have mistakes like that, especially when we're trying to pass out of the back, or else you said they're a team good enough that the floodgates didn't open. They're also a team that's good enough to take advantage of this kind of mistake, and it's one that cannot happen.
Be a Garnet free kick. They prepare to bring in a host of subs in Lizzie King, Nikki Gibbons, Lulu Wilson, and Alice Onyengo Opio. Haven't seen that much from Lizzie King yet this season after scoring, I think it was 7 goals in her rookie campaign and then another 7 last year, including a brace in a win of the opening round of the NCAA playoffs against St. Joseph's. She has been quiet and hasn't gotten that much playing.
She has been quiet. She was the only forward of the starting 4 who didn't get a goal in that Eastern Connecticut State game. As we know, it was 4 goals by Kim Kokenmeister, a goal by Nikki Gibbons, the freshman, Brittany Weirderhold, and Sophia Stills, who came off injured. So Lizzie King is looking to impress right now as we get closer and closer to conference play.
She's got 11 minutes left in this first half to do it, and against perhaps a somewhat tired Stevens defense at this point. We'll see if she can take advantage of that energy advantage. Coming out wide, I believe that's Tia Sade, I think.
I would have to agree with you there.
Abu Sada now with it. Try and come to the middle. A little bit of a collision there. Kovitz tries to clear up ahead, and they'll dump it in for King to give chase. Be played all the way back to D'Addario. Gottwald to Vidovic. Stays with it. Into the path of Gottwald.
Into the game for Stevens, number 17, Julia Cairns, number 2, Taylor Whitlock, number 9, Tia Sade.
Up ahead, and they'll settle for Whitlock now. Onyengo Opio, good step. Poke that ball away. Kovitz trying to fight for it.
And I have to say, I've only seen Onyengo Opio play one other time in that Eastern Connecticut game, but she was very impressive and looks to have been looks to be a good center back for Swarthmore's future.
Karen's trying to play in Weederhold, but took the touch off the chest and ended up carrying all the way forward to D'Addario. Here's Mounts out wide to Kovitz. And Kovitz will keep it for herself, trying to get up the sideline into the middle. Here's King, trying to hold the ball up. And can't force it through to Gibbons. Wilson now. Didn't get enough on that ball either. Here's Abu Sada trying to get the counterattack going. Panko now coming forward. Panko trying to play it all the way into Whitlock, but unable to time her run properly. So Reyes will pick up for the Garnet.
And we're seeing a huge amount of space in between Swarthmore's midfield and defense. And that's not really something I would say you want to see in a game. You know, that gives a lot of space, and when you turn it over, a lot of space in midfield for the opposition. So something you should try to get cleaned up. But once again, the 2 wingers staying very high, looking again like a 4-2-4.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is something we're going to be seeing throughout the season or just in pre-conference play, but doesn't appear to be working as much in this one as it did in that other game. A much tougher opponent,
Exactly.
Stevens Institute of Technology.
Abu Sada, the low shot right at Reyes. Easy save for her. Push forward almost into the path of Whitlock, but Onyengo Opio is there. King gets the head on, but O'Kelly able to get it back for Stevens. Now coming forward is Gottwald. Still Gottwald, gets it out wide for Vidovic, able to get around Mounts. Vidovic just wide.
And very lucky for Swarthmore because Vidovic had a great opportunity to put that one on. And now we have number 19, Grace Taylor, coming on for Maddie Cairns.
Trying to keep that pace up the far sideline. Taylor did quite well down the stretch through the NCAA playoffs last year. Once Kingurzo got injured, Kovitz moved into the midfield, and Taylor ended up taking her place out wide.
And on that shot by Vidovic, it just appears that right before the through ball was sent, Mount lost track of the runner.
Yeah.
And that's why she was able to get by, because, if she had been aware right there, she would not have been beaten for pace in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see with Mounts, her mind isn't necessarily where a natural defender would be, because she's not a natural defender. She's got the pace and the tackling skills really to make up for it. Almost a dangerous ball from Onyango Pio.
Yeah.
Reyes has to get rid of it quickly. But Mount's just, she most of the time she's able to make up for the lack of defender.
And there it is
thinking.
again.
Yeah.
See that? But I can relate to her. I was originally a left mid, converted to left back. But what needs to happen when the defender doesn't necessarily have that innate sense of where your mark is, that's when the center backs have to chirp a little.
Right.
Tell them to drop back. Tell them, hey, look over your shoulder. There's someone who's open. So that's something that. Well, while Mounts might need to work on her awareness a little, she also needs help from her center backs in the meantime so that she can keep her positioning right.
Kovitz, Mounts trying to drive it up the near side, but Wiederhold not able to get to it. Kingurzo tries to head forward. So in the midfield, Gibbons fighting for possession, but Abusada stays with it. Olivia Panko, younger sister of Julia Panko. Now Vidovic trying to get around on Onyango Pio, runs into her, and Vidovic is down.
Tackle by the center back. Landed a bit hard on the winger, and she is very slow to get up. But
yeah, it looked like she was holding her head at first.
We'll see that.
Kovitz now coming up the wing. And run off of that ball by...
Yeah, while slow to get up, it just appears that the challenge really kind of hurt her, let's say, on the fall, not the challenge itself. Yeah. Onyango Pio landed right on Vidovic, but good to see her standing up again.
Kingurzo's ball out of bounds. And another sub for Stevens as Caitlin Carroll comes in, freshman.
And Vidovic will be pulled off, maybe a bit of a precautionary measure. Does seem a little bit winded there on the sideline.
Whitlock, Kovitz trying to get it forward to King. Wiederhold in the middle, trying to play her through. Wiederhold onto just touched away at the last second.
Oh, and a good effort by the recent sub, Caitlin Carroll, to get that out for a throw-in.
I believe it was Fiona Matthews who was able to just get in front of Wiederhold there.
Yeah, and the first through ball there, lucky deflection to land right in the path of Wiederhold, but a good reaction by the defender who is sticking on her to poke it away.
Kingurzo drives the cross in, and it's cleared out by Stevens. Down to 3 minutes left in this first half.
In that kind of situation, you really just need someone to pounce on the ball, I remember in high school, my coach would always say, if you're in that situation where you have no space, you can't really take your shot, just toe poke it. Just blast it with your toes, and chances are it'll go in because you're close enough anyway.
Kovitz fighting for possession with Gottwald.
Swarthmore seems to be recovering that energy a little bit more on the press, which during that, let's say that dominant period by the Ducks, they really weren't using, but they have dispossessed them a couple times in their own half.
Yeah, I mean, I think those midfield and forward subs definitely help them.
Absolutely,
maybe you lose a little bit of your top end skill, but just being able to replace that with energy,
that fresh energy and burst.
Yeah. Fiona Matthews trying to play it up the sideline. Good defensive play by Wilson. And forced to backtrack it all the way to Daddario. Gets rid of that ball. Far sideline for Stevens.
And there's just over a minute and a half left in the half.
Kovacs trying
Good
to play
ball to King.
in King. Lizzie King near the top of the box. Kovacs drives one, just wide.
Very ambitious effort there. Edge of the box. That could have been a highlight reel goal, as number 7, Jacinta Fernandez-Bro, will replace Brittany Wiederhold with just over a minute left in this half.
Daddario gets rid of it short to O'Kelly.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Mount's able to win the header.
Entering the game for Swarthmore, number 7, Jacinta Fernandez.
Kept in right along the near touchline. Whitlock fighting for possession. Kovacs and Mounts there as well. And that's punched forward to Abusada. Good spin from her. Trying to cross it. The feet of Panko, the younger, and that will go wide.
It appears that the younger Panko has her older sister's same ambition with firing from deep. Just a non-soccer related fun fact. It's interesting that the 2 top scorers on this Stevens team have their younger sisters on the team as well. Maybe they're trying to stay in family for the replacements once they graduate. And a poor kick allows for one last chance. Good recovery by Taylor.
Taylor able to clear it up. Panko also having a matching headband with her sister. So the score at the end of the first half, 1-0 in favor of the Garnet. It's that lone goal from Kim Kokenmeister inside the first 3 minutes that's been the difference so far. And it's really been, it looks like an even battle.
It has looked like an even battle, and there was definitely a strong moment where I felt Stevens was going to get their goal. And so Swarthmore is going into this halftime break with the lead in no small part thanks to Chantal Reyes, who's been out of her mind today with those big saves. And Swarthmore did well to recover from that early stumble, just kind of coming back and still fighting and now pressing high again. They're battling in that, and I feel the introduction of the subs really helped them to really regain their footing a little bit on this match.
Stevens out shooting the Garnet 14-9, but it's Swarthmore with the 1-0 lead at the half. We'll take the break. You're watching women's soccer on the Garnet Sports Network.
Why choose Swarthmore? Wow.
I don't know how to say this in like one interview.
There's just like this magnetic secret on campus that people really can't describe.
The campus itself is beautiful.
I was absolutely floored when I first came here. A lot of it came from the values that SWAT has.
It truly is the people that make this community. All my memories are inseparable from the people that were around me.
I applied to Swarthmore through the Questbridge National College Match, and it's a program that matches high-achieving, low-income students with really selective institutions like this.
I knew I wanted to play basketball in college. Basketball was a tool that would enable me to get a great education. In high school, I was kind of pressured by the standard to play Division I, but I wanted to pave my own way.
It chose itself for me, and I knew at a more pre-intellectual level that this was the place.
And one of my favorite things and my favorite takeaways of this place has been the community.
I've been lucky to experience what learning is like at other institutions, and I'm very thankful that I did that because that completely changed my perception of Swarthmore. It made me realize that Swarthmore is special in these very small and unique ways that actually make an enormous difference.
The reason I'm so involved on campus is because I feel like the things that I do here matter. You can actually enact meaningful change.
When you're walking around campus, like I don't feel like I'm just walking by a bunch of strangers, and being in these smaller settings, like it gives you the opportunity to build strong relationships with people that also have like a vested personal interest in who you are as a person.
It totally tailors itself to like every type of person. You can come here and be anywhere on any spectrum, and you'll be pretty well welcomed.
You'll find that the people here are here for you. I was able to find really good, deep personal growth. And Swarthmore has been that formative experience that the community allows me to have that space that I can have that growth.
I have incredible mentors who have helped me at every step of the way, which I'm really thankful for. And I don't think I would have that same type of individualized attention and recognition at a place that's not Swarthmore.
Swarthmore, the Garnet, as recently as 7 years ago, could not have envisioned this. But in succession, every year has been a record-setting year. Shape
When you're in college, you kind of find out who you are. And throughout your 4 years, you develop yourself with all the different experiences, which leads into dedicating yourself to your community, to your family. So when you're a senior, you're coming out a well-rounded person.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests outside of the classroom and outside of the court or field. I've had the ability to get into different activities and organizations, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
Getting to be involved in a lot of different things, ranging from obviously being a student athlete to getting involved with my campus and my community, and not only being allowed to do that, but being encouraged to do that.
The opportunity to be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, to have the professors know me on a personal level, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference. It really helps you develop thinking from other people's perspectives and looking at problems from outside the box.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
I've definitely learned how to really be myself. I found out, yes, I am actually a good leader, and yes, I can actually put myself forward because I am good enough. I can do it.
Coming in to college, I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of different career goals, and I've learned so much about myself that I was always like growing and changing.
When I got to college, it forced me to step up and become more of a leader. And I think that was something I had the capability of doing. And forever grateful that being at a Division III school gave me that opportunity.
You have to dedicate your time in the classroom, you have to dedicate your time in the gym, on the field, on the court.
Our coaches and the entirety of the athletic department, they valued the student athlete going out to community and trying something new and getting involved in campus life.
You can get involved in so many different things. So the possibilities are truly limitless for what you can do with your college experience. You can kind of make it your own in the Division III setting. So I would encourage people who want to have flexibility to pursue different interests and passions to go D3.
On and off the court, we're focused on creating lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. More college athletes are earning degrees than ever before, but we've still got work to do. That's why we're raising the bar for incoming freshmen, so they're prepared when they get to campus. And why teams can't play in championships unless they make the grade. Education matters, and putting academics first creates a pathway to a lifetime of opportunity. When all eyes are on the court, we're focused on what matters most. Preparing college athletes for a lifetime of opportunity. After the buzzer, off the court, it's about education and working to earn a degree. Creating healthier campuses through groundbreaking research and policies. And a fair shot so dreams can stay on track. United as an association, we've got work to do. We're building a pathway to lifelong opportunity.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face. You don't know me. You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter.
Shortstop.
High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
I coined my definition of success in 1934. My definition of success is peace of mind attained only through self-satisfaction and knowing you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable. It's like reputation and character. Reputation is what others perceive you to be. Character is what you are.
He's like playing as if he doesn't have a good left back on his team, but he does. Okay, Amelia moved to right back. Louise is still on the bench. Allie's playing left. Got Sen, Maddie, Amy, Kim, Sid, and Lizzie. Looks like Maddie's playing a little more centrally. All right, but that's just might just be to press him on the thing. All right, let's go.
Still resting. Welcome back for the second half here between the Stevens Ducks and the Swarthmore Garnet. Jacob Brady, Santi Caicedo on the call here from Clothier Field Stadium. It's been an exciting one so far, a back-and-forth battle, but somehow only one goal finding the back of the net.
Yeah, and I think you can credit that to maybe not the best shots on both sides, but also some spectacular saves from both keepers, who've been very solid today outside of the one goal conceded.
Garnet making some changes defensively, at least for the start of this second half. Amelia Mount sliding over to right back. Alice Onyengo Opio staying in the game in the middle. And then Ali Shivi for the first time this game in as the left back. We'll see if perhaps as the season progresses, she'll start to get more consistent time at that position, as we sort of expected at the beginning of the season. Also, Brittany Wiederhold remaining on the bench with Lizzie King still out there.
And, I just remember saying at the end of last season, whenever Ali Shivi came on the field, that she was going to be the next solid, great Swarthmore outside back. And and I still think she will be, but I've just been surprised that in the time since I've gotten back to campus, she hasn't started one game. And I don't know if it's the coach kind of resting her until conferences start, which is kind of what I would believe. Oh, bit of an error there as Amelia Mounts was trying to hold up the ball and got breezed by Taylor Shad. At that point, you just got to head it back to your keeper.
Will be a throw-in for Stevens along the near sideline. Shad goes into Sadie. And out of bounds for a corner kick. So an early opportunity for Stevens in this one. Still no corners for the Garnet in this game. Looks like it'll be Panko to deliver it from the near corner.
Which one?
The older, I believe, Julia. That's curled in. Dangerous ball.
That's a ball that has to be cleared.
Yeah.
A good punch by Chantal Regis to get it just away from her at least. But no one was able to get it out of the box until now. And even then, stays well in the final third. Finally, Maddie Cairns booting it out.
Be controlled by O'Kelly right past the halfway mark. Amy Harris trying to fight for possession. That'll find its way out wide to Shad. Kokenmeister fighting for possession. Goes out. Ducks throw. Matthews at midfield to Nitty. Pops it up. And into the middle, here's Nitty again, trying to get to Sadie. Now Panko. Trying to play in Sadie. They were going for the give and go there, but go back to the Garnet. Cairns now trying to get this counterattack going.
It's a 3-on-3.
Kovitz, King in the middle. Now Kovitz comes to the middle. She's got Kokenmeister as well and loses it to O'Kelly there.
Now, a good idea there by Lizzie King, because either she would draw a defender away and leave lead Kovitz one-on-one with one of the center backs, or she'd be wide open for the cross. They just couldn't get the pass off on time. But that was a good run by the forward.
I've been impressed by the play of Erica O'Kelly so far.
Yeah, she's been very solid.
Always a tough assignment to have to match up against Sydney Kovitz out wide, but she's done very well for herself.
Yeah, and there were definitely some early kind of nerves maybe from her part. You know, Kovitz got a couple good crosses and got the assist. You know, had a very dangerous first 5-10 minutes start to this game. But then she's O'Kelly's settled in very nicely and has done well to, if not eliminate the threat, at least kind of neutralize it a little bit.
Mounts tries to clear up the field. Instead it goes to Damrell. Nitty there as well. Sheevy will watch it go out of bounds. Swarthmore goal kick. Let's see if Reyes can ignite something here, as Stevens has done a good job to start off this second half, keeping it inside the Swarthmore end. Chance to drive it down the field. Reyes. King able to get to it, but it goes back to Stevens now. Damrell trying to work around Kingurzo. Plays it in. Nice ball to Sadie, but Moser, great touch. Harris gets fouled. So another free kick for the Garnet.
And once again, just for a second there, it looked like Sadie was going to have space down the middle again before Moser closed that space up. But it really is something that I'd never seen as an issue for Swarthmore, but has kind of reared its ugly head for the first time tonight. And I've got to be honest, it has surprised me. Because it's not what I've expected or come to expect from this defense.
Damrell trying to find that seam once again. Instead, it'll be led out of bounds by Sheevy and Reyes. Yeah, definitely continuing to try to exploit that gap between the central defenders. Moser's got it. Has to play it to Mounts. She's got a lot of pressure from Shad there. Kingurzo able to get onto that ball, but Matthews is there. Good move by her. Panko now. Panko playing in Sadie, and just too far for her. So Swarthmore continuing to struggle to get it past the midpoint of the field, as we saw for about a 10 or so minute stretch there in the first half.
Yeah, and I expected Swarthmore to come out of the locker room maybe energized, kind of calmer, gathering themselves and coming out stronger, but you haven't really seen too much of it. There was that nice run, that counterattack, but even then it was a counterattack. They haven't really been building consistently through this half, and I think it's something that they really need to work on, or else they will concede an equalizer. it's almost impossible that a team can have these sort of difficulties throughout the course of an entire 90 minutes and not concede. So it's something they need to shore up quickly. But
King with the good header. Kokenmeister trying to come forward.
And now that's something else that I've noticed. The keeper, neither of them actually.
Kovitz poking in for Sheevy side of the box. Can't she square it up?
And it's a first corner for Swarthmore. Oh, but as I was saying, neither Erica McCarthy or Izzy Daddario have had the greatest strength in their set pieces. So a lot of these goal kicks are kind of coming up short. And that's something Swarthmore needs to be able to take advantage of, whether it be with immediate pressure, just recovering the ball. Oh!
Header there from Kingurzo off the Harris corner, but she sends it wide.
And that was a free header. I think that's something she'll be kind of unhappy with. She wants to get a better head on that one.
They go short with the goal kick again. Swarthmore would do well to keep it down at this end of the field, but it will go out for a Stevens throw as they try to work it up the far side. Wanzer. Played back to Onyengo Opio. Out of bounds for Sheevy, so Ducks throwing. Nitty. Harris able to win it back. Sheevy now along the sideline, trying to drive it up towards the middle. Budka. Oh,
and a great step by Kokenmeister to intercept that one.
It's a great job by the goalkeeper there, Erica
Great
McCarthy.
job. And a good job by Fiona Matthews to keep that ball in, because that was also about to go out and be Swarthmore's ball.
Harris able to poke it through to Kovitz, but the flag is up.
And that was just great instinct from Kim Kopenmeister to leap in and intercept that ball. It just, I mean, at that point, you can't really control how hard you're going to block the pass, and it was just enough so that McCarthy could reach the ball.
Out of bounds, Garnet throwing back inside their own half. Mounts with it. Able to get it into Kingurzo. Made defender miss. She looks over the top. Kovitz trying to run in. McCarthy, a little bit of a squib there. But Matthews keeps it in.
Once again, there Kingurzo, she had an option for like a kind of a simpler pass. I think Swarthmore's kind of maybe panicking a little or rushing it, but they're not finding the simple pass. I mean, and even then, just Sydney Kovitz with the track speed that she has almost got to it, but still, I feel Kingurzo could have made a better decision with that ball.
Panko with it in the midfield. Playing it through, looking for Wanzer. Good pressure in the back from Onyengo Opio. And now Kovitz on the ball. Harris plays it out wide for Cairns. So Cairns with space up the side, trying to fire
Ali
it back
Sheevy.
in. Oh, pardon me, Sheevy. Lizzie King! No, just over.
And a great cross put in there by Ali Sheevy, who was charging up the field. And really just had so much space. No one really on that right back, at that right back position there. And just Lizzie King had to do better. She had time to take a touch. But Swarthmore again is pushing forward.
King trying to get through that ball. It's played out the side, but it will be another Garnet throw. Kingurzo will take it. Tries to drive that low through the box. Nitty able to clear it away. Onyengo Opio coming upfield aggressively. She's played well in the minutes that she's been out there.
Yeah, no, Alice Onyengo Opio is a very impressive center back and shows a lot of promise. I think there's a little bit of maybe positional, just kind of awareness. I've seen a couple moments where she's a bit too far up further up than she needs to be, but she's very talented and very solid.
Kovitz trying to run this ball down.
So much pace from Kovitz. Oh, keeps it in.
Tackle by Panko. Lizzie King again just couldn't get enough on that shot.
And that's a difficult shot to take, that kind of bouncing volley near the body. But also as a forward, that's something you do need to have better control over. And a great run by Sydney Kovitz, just showing off her pace. And way to keep the ball in on after the tackle, because O'Kelly did very well to chase that down, and even then the chance was right there. It'll be Moser to take it. Brittany Wiederhold and Jacinta Fernandez-Bro coming on soon, waiting on the sideline, probably for the next dead ball.
Excited to see Wiederhold coming back into this game. Touch forward by Mounts. Harris tries to get that shot off. Can Mounts get to it? It will be out instead for a corner. We saw on the last corner, Kin Gurzo is able to get a completely unmarked head onto the ball.
And here we have our subs. And
so it looks like Harris is making way.
As will Lizzie King at forward.
So Wiederhold will take this corner. Fernandez-Bro is there short.
We'll go for the short corner. Oh.
Back to Wiederhold, trying to fire it low.
And a bit of a mix-up there between the defenders and the keepers. That almost rolled into the back of the net.
Yeah. Nearly found its way right at the near post, but
I do have to ask. I don't know if that was it looked like a shot, but it could have been a misplaced cross. You never really know. Mike Cohn scored one of the best goals in the World Cup in 2010, and I swear it was a cross. I swear he had no intention of shooting that ball, But yeah, very interesting opportunity for the Garnet there.
Another throw for Kin Gurzo along the near touchline. Panko trying to settle this. Sends it all the way down, letting Wanzer chase. Onyengo Pio, the first back to it, and now Reyes clears it back down.
And I have to say, I think if that were Gabby Sade, she would have won that sprint, because she has shown, I wouldn't say Sydney Kovitz levels of pace, but it is comparable. And she's shown some very smart runs, and that's a great ball over the top.
Kokenmeister into the box, gets chipped up and wide. I believe that was touched by the Ducks. It was.
Yeah, it was well blocked there on the shot, but a brilliant over-the-top ball. I believe it was Seneca. I'm not sure who sent it, but I do think it was Seneca King Gurzo.
Yeah, I believe so as well. She's really shown improvement, especially from where she was 2 years ago as a passer out of the midfield. Her ability to put those long balls in good spots. Kin Gurzo with the head again as it goes wide. But just her ability to... She's always been a very physical player, a great defender in the midfield, but just her ability to generate attacks and generate passes has really improved throughout her time here at Swarthmore.
Absolutely, and it's great to see Anna Vidovic coming back on, taking off after that collision with an Onyango Opio, so it's great to see her back on the wing, even if it does just mean that she's not hurt.
McCarthy can't get much on that ball as it's out for Wiederhold. Fernandez-Bro trying to fight for it, but it'll now go to Nitty. Abusada near touchline. Mounts with the good pressure to win it back. And now Kin Gurzo sends it down, letting Kokenmeister give chase.
And I feel like right there, Kokenmeister has to be a little more instinctive with the run, because as soon as Mounts dropped that back for Kin Gurzo, I knew it was going over the top, and she didn't start running until the ball had already been kicked. I think if she had run split second earlier, she would have won that ball easily.
Kin Gurzo with the throw again. Kokenmeister trying to spin it back. And that will go out the back.
For a second, I thought that was in. I won't lie. For a second, I thought that somehow made it over the top of the goal, but...
It's a little hard with the depth perception from up here, but very clearly over the line. So Another short kick from McCarthy. Karen's trying to fight for possession, but Gottwald fighting through. That'll go out of bounds. Touched by Taylor Shad. Garnet throw. Sheevy goes to Kovitz. Sort of squirted on up ahead. And a good takeaway by Karen's. Kovitz trying to find to the middle. Kokenmeister.
Good ball by Kovitz.
Let out the back for a corner.
I believe this is Swarthmore's 4th corner of the game after having absolutely none in the first half. I think it just shows more attacking consistently, at least attacking intent from the Garnet, because even if they're not getting shots off, they're getting into positions where they can win these corners and maybe produce something.
And for the first 10 minutes or so of this game, couldn't get out of their own end, but now they're really starting to control it inside Ducks territory. 27 minutes left in this second half. Still a 1-0 scoreline.
Eleanor Moser showing great pace to catch up to Awusada there and win the ball back for SWAT. Now Cairns has Kovitz racing down the wing. She decides to take it on herself. You know, I know I'm a bit of a Sydney Kovitz fanboy, but you know, I still gotta say that's a pass anyone should have made. I think a little too ambitious there from Cairns.
Thought initially she was trying to get it through to Kokenmeister, who was in the area, but yeah, definitely just thought to send it in on goal. Looking to split the defense there for Sadie, but cleared back up ahead by Onyengo Pio. Sheevy coming forward. And now sent back.
Onyengo Pio wins the header.
Fernandez Bro now in the midfield, gets around Gottwald looking over the top. McCarthy the first to it.
Good job by Nicole Veraja to get Kokenmeister away from the ball, because if she had made it there, that could have been a case of round the keeper and score.
Sheevy upfield, and now Kovitz with space on the wing. Tries to cut back towards the middle. Passes through.
She's called offsides by the referee. For all you watching, there are 25 minutes left in the half. Still no time counter on right now for the live stream.
Yeah, and Sheevy definitely offsides on that one, so the referee, good call there. Sheevy now trying to track this ball back. Play it back to her keeper, Reyes. Drives it upfield. Kept in by O'Kelly. Looking over the top for Panko. Tripping up Cairns. Now Kingurzo to Kovitz, who makes the turn. Kovitz trying to drive it in behind, looking for Kokenmeister. Chase able to get back to that ball. So
I understand the strategy of these through balls, but Sydney Kovitz there, who's one of the best dribblers on the team, had acres of space, and she could have taken that on for a while before needing to make a pass. I think it was a bit wasteful to make that pass there.
Sometimes being selfish is a good thing. Here's a split of the defenders again, but Moser able to get the first touch on, cleared out the side, but it'll be a Ducks throw in inside Garnet territory. Thrown for O'Kelly along the far sideline. Gets it into Shad. Shad trying to get around Cairns. And
And a
tries
poor
to out
clearance.
Panko over the top. They've had a number of those poor clearances throughout this game.
Sometimes you just need to put your boot through the ball. You know, say, what I need to do right now is put that thing in outer space and just whack it out. Because if not, then you leave these dangerous balls at the edge of the box for people like Julia Panko, who is tied for the lead in goals on this Stevens team, and that's something you can't really have.
Yeah.
She's shown her danger, she's shown her ability to make good deep passes. She's shown her ability to take dangerous shots, and her ability with one-on-one dribbles. You can't leave the ball just kind of sitting there for her to take advantage of.
Tried to go quick up the sideline to Wiederhold, played out by Varaha. Throw into Fernandez Bro, now trying to play in Kokenmeister. Varaja's there out the side. Another Garnet throw. Haven't seen very much of Wiederhold since she came in. She's been quiet in this second half. See if she can get going. Has a couple shots on target in the first. Nearly got through towards the end of that second half in on goal.
First half.
First half, yes. Thank you. Forget how many halves there are inside. Kingurzo trying to drive it into the box and now cleared away. Sadie and Shad giving chase, but Reyes gets to it in her box.
And that's a bit of a soft call from the referee.
Matthews bringing it along the sideline, looking to the middle for Sadie, and just too far for Abusada.
I have to say I disagree with the referee on that foul call. I understand you don't want any pushing from behind, but when you're going up for the ball, there's going to be at least some slight collisions, and there Jacinta Fernandez Bro was penalized for her role in the slight bump.
Yeah, it looks like she also had the position as well, so generous foul for the Ducks. Reyes has to get it back.
That was something we haven't seen much from Reyes, that really short, kind of soft goal kick that was just left there. Okay, at least he calls it for both people. At least he calls it for both teams, you know. But had I think it was Shadi who got to the ball on that goal kick. Had she taken a touch, she might have been in on goal. As most of the Swarthmore team was further upfield, and now we have a couple more subs from Swarthmore waiting to come on.
Be Samantha Barnes and Grace Taylor there, getting their final instructions from Coach Ankaitis. Ball driven down the field. Abusada along the near sideline. That will roll out of bounds for a Stevens throw. Matthews goes to Abusada and a
poor
bad touch
pass.
there. Kovitz trying to get it into the middle for Kokenmeister. Kingurzo into the path of Cairns. She had Shivi going out wide for her. Maddie able to stay on that ball. Back to Onyengo Apio. And Sadie almost able to take it off her foot.
Good job by there by Alice Onyengo Pio to, even though she almost lost the ball in a very dangerous position, something you can't do. Good job by her to lunge back in and recover it. And a good recovery there by Amelia Mounts.
Into the middle
As
for
a couple parents ask for a free kick, and another clearance straight to the feet of a Stevens player.
Shot. Go over the top, and now there will be a couple subs for the Garnet. Sam Barnes and Grace Taylor.
And Kim Kokenmeister will come off, as well as Sydney Kovitz.
I imagine if Stevens is able to get an equalizer in this one, we'll see both of them coming back onto the pitch.
So it appears like we're going to have a slight transition of formation with now Taylor and Barnes playing on the wing and just a sole striker and Brittany Weirhold kind of transforming into a bit of a 4-3-3 with Maddie Cairns, Seneca Kingurzo, and Jacinta Fernandez Bro there in the middle. I think this is a formation that's a little bit better for Swarthmore. I understand they do have a wealth of attackers, so they might want to have two forwards on the field at the same time, but they had a lot of success with this 4-3-3 formation in the past, and good to see that Ankaitis is kind of modifying his formation as the game goes along.
Varaja leads it out of bounds for a Ducks goal kick. Pardon. Yeah, that was one of the things he mentioned to me at the beginning of the game. I asked him what the starting formation was. He told me 4-4-2. It definitely didn't look like a 4-4-2, much more like a 4-2-4, as you noted, Santi. But he said that it would sort of be fluid as they brought subs in and out. So obviously, clear transition there in terms of formation.
It also appears as if Stevens have learned their lesson with the goal kicks, as that one was taken by Nicole Veraja instead of the keeper, Erica McCarthy. There were a couple chances that came solely from the soft kicks, so
right.
So a smart move there by the Ducks.
Go out of bounds. Garnet throw will be taken by Sheevy. Along the far sideline, inside her own half. Plays it back to Onyengo Pio.
And now here's the question. Normally you put in your backup keeper if either you're having a very close kind of competition between two goalies, or you're up by a ton and so you can rest your starter. So what does this mean? Do they feel comfortable switching their goalkeeper against us? Do the Ducks feel like we're not going to score again in this game? Or is this more of a competition thing? Because I was not expecting that kind of a change from either team coming into the second half. And, I mean, it took me a while to mention it, but it was just something that just kind of re-popped up into my head.
Yeah, I mean, I know, especially it was a big thing back in 2016 for Swarthmore when Amy Schmoys and Sydney Hunter were competing for the top choice goalie, and it was basically never actually decided until the NCAA tournament came, as they sort of all, for the first couple games of the season, they each played a half, and then they started alternating games, and there was never a number one goalie that season, so perhaps that's
it could be a similar situation for these Ducks. That'll be a free kick from the left wing for the Ducks. Dangerous opportunity will be taken by Gianna Nitti.
So the Ducks bringing a lot of red jerseys forward. Penko takes a drive. Oh, is not off by much on that one, just over the crossbar.
And someone has to be on Penko, I feel, 24/7. I feel, you can have your kind of positional defense, but you need to man mark a couple people. And those people are number 10, Gabby Sade, and number 20, Julia Penko. Because they've been the only true consistent threats to score in this game, I feel. Apart from that one shot by Vidovic that went a little wide.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that Penko is just such a fantastic dribbler that if you give her even a tiny bit of room, she's going to take advantage of
Absolutely.
It, so. Thrown for Sheevy at the far side. Onyengo Pio will clear it upfield, but out of bounds.
That's the kind of clearance you need sometimes.
Yeah.
Send it to the moon. Sometimes, not every time.
Coming up forward is Gottwald there. Shad.
Good tackle there by Sheevy.
Into the middle. Kingurzo up ahead. Fernandez Bro trying to make the turn with Nitti there. Gets it to Barnes.
Barnes attempting the backheel pass there for Grace Taylor, who's looking to overlap. Well blocked by O'Kelly, who's continuing her strong game.
Cleared up ahead. That'll continue to roll. Sheevy
and
able to get to it.
Now it looks very interesting because you have both these wingers who came on. Grace Taylor playing a little deeper, and Sam Barnes playing almost heel on the line left wing. But you have empty space at right wing. You have absolutely nobody there. I wonder what the thought process behind this is, as now you see Sam Barnes sliding back over to the right.
Looks like Wiederhold will take over that wing spot. Yeah, almost.
Well, once again, you see they're just standing so close together, and now it looks like Sam Barnes is starting to stay central. Might have just been a little bit of miscommunication as to who's taking which role. Nice move there by Fernandez Bros, but she can't get the pass off, and now it's Nitti with a lot of room to run.
Yeah, she's got Shad and Sadie with her. Nitti the shot. That'll go wide. And some more subs coming on for Stevens as they try to put their foot on the gas pedal late in this one. 13:30 left to play as Stevens still searches for the equalizer, the Kim Kokenmeister third-minute goal. The only difference in this one. Be a goal kick for Reyes. Touch forward by Damrell. And good job by Mount staying in position. Go out of bounds. Last touch by Stevens. And referee signaling for the substitution to come in, but...
And then he says, my bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was. I think Nick Gibbons was trying to come in.
Yeah, no, but I think he just took a little too long to signal for the sub. So, and Panko bumps into the referee there, allowing Maddie Cairns to reach the ball, but she'll just boot it upfield. And a poor clearance by McCarthy. You see, it's just
a mistake.
And a nice move by Sam Barnes.
Barnes coming in, Taylor in the middle. Barnes take that
very ambitious shot.
Yeah.
Very ambitious shot from an interesting angle. But yeah, Julia McCarthy needs to be better with those clearances because that could have been extremely dangerous.
Moser with the good step up, tries to play it for Cairns. Instead, it's taken by Gottwald. And now Sheevy with the defensive stop gets back for Damrell. Damrell playing it forward. Shad is there. And cleared out the side. Ducks throw. So Gibbons has to wait a little bit longer down there. Matthews to Damrell. And Barnes trying to clear it away. I believe that was last touch by Stevens. It was.
And now Nikki Gibbons will come onto the field, replacing Maddie Cairns.
So we'll see if Gibbons can maybe spark this Garnet offense from the midfield. Mounts, Kingurzo able to get the head on, but that's gone back by Sadie. Gottwald. Into the path of Damrell, able to keep it in, trying to get around Mounts, but...
Good job by Mounts there to win the position on the ball and then turn, but not a very smart pass, and it'll go back to Stevens.
Panko to Abusada. Inside the box, Sadie tries to sort of sweep it back. Taylor onto the ball, plays it out for Sheevy. Now out of bounds, it'll remain a Ducks throw, and they go quick. Wanzer with Gibbons on her, gets it to Damrell. Onyengo Pio able to poke it away for a second there, and now up ahead. Driven back in. Onyengo Pio gets underneath. And now Kingurzo tries to get the counter going. We'll see if Taylor can get back to this one. No. Dribble out for
And there you see
O'Kelly.
Grace Taylor. Just tell everyone to calm down. She just went like this on the wing because, and that's a sentiment that I have to agree with because Swarthmore's still rushing. I feel like they've been rushing all game, and I don't know if that's just kind of the strategy they've been going for in general or if just they've been kind of forced into this. But right there, Grace Taylor telling everyone, hey, we need to take our time on the ball, and good step by Mounts to get the ball away from the Swarthmore box, and
Damrell keeping it alive there, and
I'm not sure if the referee called a throw-in or a free. It's a throw.
Yeah, throw. Be taken. Oh no, it is indeed a free.
That is shocking.
Okay.
That was a great tackle by Amelia Mounts, and that's why I was so surprised because that's just a poor call.
Abusada
that one
did not keep it in. So this will be a Garnet throw, and Sydney Kovitz is coming back into this game. Taylor will make way for her.
At this point, Swarthmore still looking for that second goal. Just under 10 minutes left in this one, but they still haven't been able to find that extra comfort that the second goal provides, and Panko will take it herself. Good run.
Trying to play it in. This will settle for Sadie in the box. Trying to spin back onto it. Can't find a shooting lane. Panko takes it. The shot! Just wide. Made Reyes stretch for that ball.
That one flew just wide. I think that's the first time I've seen Chantal Reyes dive for a shot that wasn't on target. Very risky opportunity there, and good job by Sadie to get the ball out when she didn't see the lane for the shot and get it out to Panko.
For sure. Barnes looking for the handle.
A little bit of confusion in there, and the referee will call a free kick.
Yeah, it looked like
foul by Nikki Gibbons.
Indeed. Varaha Trying to go down the field. Sadie trying to get to it. Moser clears it out of the box. Shivi gets ahead. Panko.
Blocked well by King Gurzo.
Wiederhold tried to get to that ball. It'll settle back, however, for Varaha. She's got Matthews.
Good step there by Gibbons.
Trying to force it Damrell. Trying to play it all the way up ahead to Barnes. Couldn't get to her. And now taken by Wanzer. Wanzer, Sadie just inside the box, and then she'll play it out wide to Abusada. Cutting back in.
And I just see that right there, this has happened a few times. I haven't mentioned it yet, but Onyango Pio has kind of, she steps forward a lot. And when she usually will win the tackle, so it's no big deal. But in the couple times that she hasn't, it does leave a gap in the middle that could be exploitable. Fortunately, it has not been yet. In part because of Eleanor Moser's excellence in just getting the ball out whenever it comes through there. But I feel like she needs to play with a little more patience. She kind of storms forward very quickly, and if she gets beat, then that could be very dangerous for Swarthmore.
Here's a corner for Stevens. It's Panko, lifts it through the box. Reyes, believe, was able to get a hand on it. Will bounce out of bounds, so another corner. Panko once again. And
Swarthmore has every player in the box right now. So they're clearly looking just to defend with their lives, but they do need to get it. And Sam Barnes will just boot it forward.
Yep, and Kovitz now giving chase. Matthews on the ball, able to lead it forward to Gottwald. Into the path of Damrell, tries to spin around Wiederhold, who is quite an underrated defender. And Gibbons able to get it into the middle for Kingurzo.
Nice little double team there by Wiederhold and Nikki Gibbons, but a poor pass forward by
Sadie. Not sure if that was a shot or looking.
I think it was. I think Sadie might not have a very strong left foot, let's say, because in that during the play of the shot where Panko shot went just wide, she did have an opportunity in the box, ate it with her left, but decided to cut back and look for the pass.
Panko, another corner kick. This will be chased down just outside the box on the far side. Push back. Gottwald now. Way off there. Couldn't curl it back in, and Lizzie King will come into the game as Garnet try to get some fresh legs amongst their forwards.
Sam Barnes will make way for King right now. I was just saying, it's just Sadie looks like a very dangerous player, but maybe not the most developed left foot. Just like I don't have a great right foot, you know? It happens.
Can't all be blessed with everything.
Right, we can't all be Leo Messi.
Just hard work will get you there.
Yeah.
Wanzer on the ball, and Gibbons will watch it go out. Swarthmore throw, and they will bring in Kokenmeister and Amy Harris once again. Wiederhold and Fernandez Bro coming out.
There are 4 minutes and 54 seconds left in this one. For all you tuning in tonight, we'll see if Swarthmore can hold on or hopefully even extend their lead, because with the second goal, they would put this game to bed, most likely.
It's amazing. The Garnet have faced 24 shots in the past 82 minutes, I believe, since Kokenmeister scored her goal, and somehow none of them have found the back of the net from Stevens. Kingurzo trying to get it forward to Harris.
Number 25, Kim Kokenmeister. And number 11,
knocked back down, and Abusada, too strong, out the far side. Shivi will have the throw. Kovitz heads it up the sideline. It will stay in. O'Kelly has to play it back to her keeper. Harris blocks it. Gibbons fighting for it. Now Kingurzo. Gibbons able to get
through. Good job by Gibbons to get to that ball.
Heads that ball down. Gibbons trying to fight through, but a good stop by Matthews, getting her body in the way.
Gibbons playing with a lot of energy today. She's a great kind of spark off the bench for this team.
King trying to control that ball. Can't quite. Kingurzo, however, has it now. Here's King. Kokenmeister in the middle. We'll see what King tries to do.
King will cut back. Good job. Oh, one more.
Still on her right foot, and now that's pushed into the corner by Matthews. Go up the side to Mounts.
And now she'll put it into the box.
Amy Harris trying to get on the end of that. Popped up in the air. Won by Gibbons.
I feel like King had to put in that cross a little earlier.
Yeah, it looked like she just tried to do too much.
And then, yeah, it got a little complicated. But
Sheevy plays it back to Reyes. Down to 3 minutes left in this one. Kovitz along the far side. Lifted up and out. Deflected by Stevens. So, be a Garnet throw.
We have approximately just under 3 minutes left in this one. This Kovitz will just boot it upfield for Kokenmeister and Gibbons to chase after.
Put overhead. Harris fighting for it. Like Damrell got a ball to the face there. King trying to win the header. Gibbons lets it settle for her.
Oh, good.
Forward to King. Lizzie
good
King
lofted
now.
ball there.
She's got Kokenmeister inside the box.
Looks like she'll just trying to walk it into the corner. Shave a couple seconds off, but gives it away.
Yeah, it's Matthews that time with the take.
And Moser fighting there with Sade. Swarthmore comes out victorious on that little duel.
Harris now.
Oh, Harris with a
over
good
the top.
ball.
Kokenmeister is there. Kokenmeister the shot.
Oh.
It's wide.
Out for a corner.
Oh, no.
Appears as very... Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Initial call by the linesman was a corner as Veraha... I feel like it looks like she was yelling at the referee for a second there, pleading for the goal kick. She did get it.
Flicks it forward. Kokenmeister and now Kovitz actually trying to run onto it. Gets it away from O'Kelly. Kovitz trying to chase. O'Kelly plays it out, so it will be a Garnet throw down deep inside Stevens territory, and see if they can milk some time on this one as we tick down towards the final minute. Kokenmeister in the corner. Go out
goal
for
kick.
Goal kick.
1 minute remaining in this
And 1 minute remains in this game. Veraha has to go quick here as Stevens looks for a last-minute equalizer. Gibbons gets the head on, and Sheevy has to come forward to head it back. Onyengo Pio takes a deflection. Still bouncing around in the midfield.
Onyengo Pio with a heavy touch there, but is able to get rid of it.
Seems like a situation where you just want to boot it.
Yeah, absolutely.
This will skip up. Controlled at midfield by Abusada. Matthews along the near touch.
Abusada looking for, I don't know if that was going for Damrell or for Sada, but it didn't go to either. That went to Eleanor Moser.
We're down to about 10 seconds on the clock. You can hear the countdown.
Booted forward.
Just clears it away.
And that will be the game.
Garnet crowd coming to their feet in celebration. I mean, did you think that that one goal from Kim in the 3rd minute was going to be what ultimately decided this game?
I absolutely did not. Just from the way things were going very early on, I thought Swarthmore would finish this game with at least 3 goals. And then from the way Stevens looked fairly early on, I thought they'd get maybe 1 or 2 themselves. But great job by Chantal Reyes. A good second half adjustment by the defense, at least. You know, we had a lot of gaps in the back in the first half, and really improved in that case in the second. Our offensively, we're still a little desperate throughout the game. Those long balls seemed to be kind of the only way we could get going, and we began to over rely on them. But at the end of the day, sometimes you need games like this, gritty games where, you know what, you need 6 saves from your keeper. You give up 24 shots, and you still come through victorious. That's like a character-building win. You can't crush every team 7-1. And so to know you can get in these tough games against a ranked opponent and come out victorious, overall, I think Swarthmore should come out happy with ways to improve. things to work on, but come out happy with this result.
Perhaps not quite the statement they were looking for after being dropped 11 spots in the rankings, but a top 25 win nonetheless. As the Garnet go to 4-1 on this young season, they continue in play this Sunday. They'll take on Penn State Berks at 4 p.m. We'll have that game for you right here on the Garnet Sports Network. Thank you for joining us tonight for this women's soccer game. This is Jacob Brady alongside Santi Casedo saying have a good night.
Good night.
If there's any statement being made in this game, it's that